everyone. My name is Muhammad Zaki.
My name is Muhammad
And we want to present chapter 2 when Coffe and Kale compete become great at making product people will buy. What is customer jobs? What is job to be done? Upgrade your user, not your product. Make people better at something they want to get better at. This is the statement of Kale, co-creator at first series. And then, humans have an intrinsic desire to transform our life situation into something better to change the world. We change the world by making and adapting to the world around us, and we do this transformation with purpose. We purposefully use the arts to improve our emotional, use science to improve our intellectual, and use engineering to improve how we interact with the world. And purposeful transformation is why we are different from anyone. And then it's like this is the example of the job to be done work. For example, a bear trying to catch food by the river mating. I wish fishing could be made better, faster, or easier. But only human will think fishing is no good. If I could transform the lagoon over there into a place where I can breed fish, then I'd never have to go fishing again. And then the bear thinks only about what is, but the human thinks about what ought to be. Today we fish, but tomorrow that can change to something better, faster, and easier way to fish. The bird doesn't think about transforming itself or its world. It never has a job to be done, so every process of transforming our life situation is job to be done. Improve your life situation, become more than you are. We hope to become better at creating and selling products that people will buy and use. And this job to be done make you better at making and selling products that people will buy. The job theory starts with premise that we as humans always want to improve our various life situation in a variety of ways. This exploration to improve ourselves has a long philosophical tradition that ancient Greek what in their work wrote about becoming who you are. That is, the exploration and realization of the self is ongoing. And then this tradition has continued throughout to recent times. The work of philosophers, psychologists, metrics, Nietzsche advocate the human seek self-betterment in various ways. And then in his book, The Will to Power, they said it can be shown that every living thing does everything it cannot to preserve itself but to become more. And then this is the advertisement of Revlon. What is Revlon really selling? The founder of Revlon, Charles Revson, said, "In the factory we make cosmetic, but in the drugstore we sell hope." And then with this word, Revson marked the difference between what customers buy and why they buy it. The advertising campaign makes it clear Revlon is not selling a product. He's selling transformation, the idea that with this product in your life you will be able to create a new me that is desirable in ways your existing me is not. This idea selling transformation is why there's barely any mention of any product in the ad in nowadays. One wall page is checklist of provocative question, the other features, a picture of model. And then the conclusion for a job to be done theory is neither found not so spontaneously great, neither it is designed. And have you ever wanted to wear art and bracelet? The provocative questions such as like this, and access to help customer imagine what the new me will look and be like when they buy a Revlon product. Then there the picture of Dorian Lake, the model of Revlon, and then you can see that consumer continue to design a new version of themselves in their mind. So they imagine what they look like if they buy the referral product, for example. Customer job theory states that markets grow and transform whenever customer have a job to be done, and then buy a product completed. This makes the job to be done a transformation process. It starts, it runs, and it ends. The key difference, however, is that the GTPD describes how to customer change or wish to change. We define a job to be done as follows. A job to be done is the process a consumer goes through whenever she aims to transform her existing life situation into a preferred one, but cannot because there are constraints which stop her. The product enables customer to get a job to be done. Humans are limited in our ability. We can change life situation by ourselves. Realizing such as change require innovation on the part of oneself or someone else. Progress can only happen when we take and integrate new idea and new product into our life. This story of Andreas, in chapter 2, they give an example, especially this story about Andreas. Andreas have a business and he just assumed that his company had hit its growth limit with 5 employees. Then he was out with Jamie, and Jamie talked to Andreas about the product called Basecamp. Basecamp is like a software, and Jamie explained that Basecamp was made specifically to help his company, and Andreas starting that Basecamp could help his company stay organized as it adds more customer and employee. And finally, he decided to go with Basecamp. He signed up for it, began using it, and grew his company beyond 5 employees for the first time. And then this is what job to be done looks like. A consumer just goes along his life as he's come to know it, then things change. He is present with an opportunity to improve his life situation. In this case, Andreas may change so he can grow when or if he finds a product that helps him realize that growth opportunity, he can evolve to the better version of himself he had imagined. It's not something that consumer have, it's something consumer participate in. That's why it's called the job to be done. And then this is the Amazon founder and CEO Jeff Bezos. They said customers are always beautiful, wonderfully dissatisfied, even when they report being happy and business is great. And then even when they don't yet know it, customer wants something better, and you decide to be like customer will drive you to invent on their behalf.
And the next is what is not a job to be done. Well, many of us have been developing customer jobs since the 1990s. It has gained popularity only recently, and like so many things that spread quickly, and many people have distorted and misinterpreted it. For example, music streaming products such as Juice and Spotify were designed specifically so customers didn't have to store and retrieve music like when they use CDs or MP3s as part of listen to music. And that is broad activity that varies wildly depending on that context. People don't want a quarter-inch grill. They want a quarter-inch hole. Theodore Levitt. When people go to a store buy a grill, that is not their real goal. But why would an Indian want a quarter-inch hole? Clearly, that is an intermediate goal. Perhaps they wanted to hang themselves on the wall. Once you realize that they don't really want the drill, you realize that perhaps they don't really want the hole. Either they want to install their bookshelves. Why not develop methods that don't require holes? observe. Yes, we know, is e-books. They are not different of job. Another common mistake is to think that there are types of jobs. In particular, some might think they are emotional, function, and social job. I will describe why it's a bad idea from both a practical and theoretical perspective. Practical, you'll be more successful when you think of every customer job is a unique. We learn that while many jobs share the same core emotional desires, belonging, self-expression, control, and a good example is Facebook and Instagram. A lot of people use Facebook and Instagram because it taps into desires such as control, self-expression, and belonging. But it does so in its own unique way. So instead of saying that there are types of job, we'll be much better of thinking that each job is unique. Theoretical, that is from an ontological and epistemological perspective. Customer jobs are designed artificial problem, not natural problem. Natural problems are falsifiable. This means they can be objective measure determined as either true or false. Question: is argon or air a noble gas? Answer: if under condition X it breaks, then yes, otherwise no. Regarding the job, no objective test can be made to say this is social work, that is not social work. If I buy Ferrari to impress others, is that a social job because I want to impress others? Or should we repeat it as insecurity, making it personal or emotional work? And because there is no way to objectively define each type of job, every active person in the team will have their own opinion about what kind of work they should be. Is it a customer job? Does it describe an informative situation or something else? Keep in mind that a job to be done described to better me. If answer the question, how are you better since you start using product and now that you have this product, what can you do now that you couldn't before? Example, this is my first car, and after I bought yesterday, now I can walk around using my car or go to another country instead of having to wait for train or bus. Next. Where does customer job theory come from? The greatest and most helpful theories are not created by one person but are the result of many people over a long period. And this is certainly the case with GTPD. Its principles have emerged from the work of a long lineage for researchers and innovators. Here are the most notable: Joseph Schumpeter and his introduction of creative destruction. Schumpeter observed that new innovation steal customer from incumbent offering and then eventually go on to replace them. At one time, horse and sheep were our primary method, and now train replaced horse. But then car and airplane replaced those train and sheep. Customer job incorporates counter inside as it seeks to understand why customer pick one way of doing things over another. Yes, innovator create new solution, but the wells of creative destruction run only through the interaction between customer and innovation. Innovator. Customer job also incorporates another one of Schumpeter's brilliant insight that is almost always overlooked. Schumpeter argued that competition should not be measured only among product of the same type. He instead insisted that competition can come from anywhere. You might think you are alone in a market or have market superiority, but some competitor unwant you could be stealing away your customer. You only sign that something is wrong is this decreasing sales. Throughout the meaning Kale, he frequently reminded business that producer and customer are connected by system. The customer and product must work together as a system. The customer is the most important part of production lines. The Ming often challenged companies to remember creative destruction. He impressed on business leadership that simply making a product better and better, improving what already exists wasn't enough. Sooner or later, someone will invent something new. He will tell business the following: makers of vacuum tubes improve year by year. The power of vacuum tubes, customer were happy. But then transistor radios came along. Happy customer of vacuum tubes deserted vacuum tubes and ran for the bucket radio. A dissatisfied customer does not complain, them just switch. Deming understood that improving product of today continually isn't enough. We must keep asking what new product or service will help our customer more. What will we be making 5 years from now, 10 years from now? For Deming, the process of innovation should. Gary Klein, Amos Tversky, Daniel Kahneman, George, and so on are psychologists and scientists who work from the foundation of behavioral, economic, and naturalistic decision making. And they conclude that customer job understand that if you want to make a great product and to develop a message that connect with customer, you have to understand that emotional force that shape their motivation. And John B. Palmer, Blake Pedy, and so on, they began working together to combine their perspective experience into the first customer job prevention principles. They are the ones who came up with the idea and launched that customer have jobs that they are trying to get done. Okay, thank you.